Oh my, gonna shake it off. It ain't no thing, it ain't no thing. Oh my, doing what I want. Gonna do my thing, do my thing. Put it up high and take it low. I'm feeling right from head to toe. Light it up and let it roll. Here I go. Are you ready? Ready to go? Are you ready? Ready for more? Are you ready? Ready for me? Oh my, you ready? Ready or not, we going, and I can't stop. Are you ready? Ready for me? Oh my, oh my. Gonna hit it big. I got my eyes on the prize. Oh my, gonna spin the wheel, cash it in and roll the dice. Oh my, it's a thing of gold. All I do is win, all I do is win. Oh my, no one ever fold. Start it up, let the game begin. Put it up high and take it low. I'm feeling right from head to toe. Light it up and let it roll. Here I go. Are you ready? Ready to go, are you ready? Ready for more, are you ready? Ready for me? Oh my, you ready? Ready or not, we going, and I can't stop, are you ready? Ready for me? Oh my, oh my. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ready for me? Are you ready? Are you ready? Ready for me? Are you ready? Are you ready? Ready to go? Are you ready? Ready for more? Are you ready? Ready for me? Oh my, you ready? Ready or not, we going, and I can't stop. Are you ready? Ready for me? Oh my, oh my. Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'll be that silver lining to the story. If you thought that I would turn it one day, y'all don't know me. May my fears rest in peace, cause that's a old me. Got this taste on my tongue, I crave the glory. Gasoline in my veins, be the fuel through my pain. Oh, as we rise from the flames. Heart of a lion, never say never. Cut like a diamond, shine under pressure. Oh, it's time to fire on up. Oh, it's time to fire on up. Pound on your chest like there's no tomorrow. Just play the game right, no one can follow. Oh, it's time to fire on up. Oh, it's time to fire on up. They say the struggle is real. I say the struggle reveals how you deal with the monster that's inside you. I don't buy into the luck. I put my faith and my trust in my team. Everything that we done been through. Gasoline in my veins, be the fuel through my pain. Oh, as we rise from the flames. Heart of a lion, never say never. Cut like a diamond, shine under pressure. Oh, it's time time to fire on up. Oh, it's time to fire on up. Pound on your chest like there's no tomorrow. Just play the game right, no one can follow. Oh, it's time to fire on up. Oh, it's time to fire on up. Hey, 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 Heart of a lion, never say never. Cut like a diamond, shine under pressure. It's time to fire on up. It's time to fire on up, yeah. Pound on your chest like there's no tomorrow. Just play the game right, no one can follow. Oh, it's time to fire on up. Oh, it's time to fire on up.
Yo! Oh, Patrick, I ruined it again. There you go. I gotta fix that.
Yo.
They didn't hear you, yo. You gotta do it again.
Yo.
Rewind. Do it.
Yo.
There you go. All right, now it's real. That's. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How are you doing, Patrick?
Living the dream.
Living the dream. Me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me too.
Living the dream.
Wait, are we having the same dream?
I think people are living in our dream.
Oh, all right. All right. It's like Inception. Whew. All
I think
right.
people are living in our dream. How about that? How about that?
Apparently the Saturday morning learning crew had a great time today. That is good to know.
Talking about Dax.
Yeah. Wait, Toma, dark mode's on. What does that mean? You have dark mode in Power BI desktop? How do you have
Did you
power?
see what Chat Master? Did you see what Chat Master C said?
She's
That
a
would
little
be
upset at
scary.
me right now.
That would be scary if everybody was living in our dream.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the
yeah.
t-shirts.
Oh, dark
Someone's
mode on
talking
the
about
t-shirts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. I was like, wait, you have dark mode in Power BI desktop? Like, do tell. All right. So welcome, everyone. Hope you had a great week. We are back at it. And a couple, we'll go through the normal just housekeeping stuff we do. First off, if you are new to the live stream or Gyne Cube in general, put hashtag new in the chat. We always love seeing all the new folks, and we want to welcome you. Appreciate you being here. Don't be shy. Participate in the chat. It's very lively. People are there also to help answer your questions. Even if we don't get to it, they're gonna jump in and help out, and I love it. That's one of the things I love about doing the live streams is the chat. It's always a good time. All right, and also shout out to the members of Gyne Cube. You help us do what we do here on the channel, so thank you so much. If you see folks with a green name or a Gyne Cube logo next to their name, those are members of Gyne Cube, and so shout out to all y'all. If you want to learn more, check out the link on the screen or hit the join button down below to learn more. No commitment required, but just a big thank you for helping us out. During the also members, hold your questions till the second half. Chatmaster C will let you know when it's cleared for you to answer them in, or not to answer them, but I mean, if you want to answer your own question, that's fine. But to put your questions in, Chatmaster C will let you know. Also, just FYI, the chat is or the queue is a little light, so Chatmaster C is putting the rules in there for you. One thing before we get to the rules, we've been talking several weeks now about the Microsoft Fabric Community Conference. That's still a thing. Please go register. We want to see you there in Vegas. But for all my Europe friends and or people around the world that want to do it, we also will be at SQLBits in, two things in Europe, actually. First off, week after next, we're going to be at Fabric February in Norway. So we're excited about that. Our pre-con there is sold out, which is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be bananas. It's going to be really cold, too. We've been having to buy some gear
degrees.
for that.
It's going to be like 2 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to be like 2 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yes. But if you're going to be at in the UK, the week of March 18th is SQLBits. So we love going to SQLBits. It's always amazing. Please join us there as well. I also have we have a discount code for SQLBits. So if you want to go to SQLBits, use discount code GIAC10. It needs to be all lowercase. My thing there doesn't let me do lowercase there, but it's lowercase. So make sure you use a lowercase version of that code. That'll get you 10% off. So be sure to use that if you want to go and see us and just say hi and see what kicks from the cube we bring with us. So Patrick's talking about buying a new one right now. Like that might be what he's doing. Is he's looking down at the phone. I don't know. Is that what you're doing? Oh my gosh. See, I just know Patrick. Oh, kicks from the cube.
I'm in line.
Oh
I'm
my
in
gosh,
line
that
now.
is bananas.
God dog it, they came out at 10:15 and I missed them. Anyway, I got them. Boom! Look at that. Right.
All right, you got him.
I got him.
You got him. You don't have autofocus on your camera, by the way. Oh, that's funny. All right. So if you do go to SQLBits or you're looking at SQLBits, be sure to also check out, there is a training day for the certification, so Fabric Analytics Engineering Workshop. So check that out. We are not doing that, but some folks from Microsoft, Bradley Ball, you may know him, and also Mark Price-Mayer, who may be in the chat, I don't know. So definitely go check that out as well. So appreciate it. And we'll see you there. So we're going to be all over, Pat.
Is there a discount code for Vegas, Adam?
There is a discount code for Vegas. That is Cube 100.
Cube 100.
Yep. Cube 100 will get you $100 off, not 100% off. Not like so it's 10% for SQLBits, $100 for Fabric Conference. Don't think it's like 100% off on Fabric Conference. That would be bananas. I wish it was, but it's not. It's $100 off. So cool. All right. Let's see. Yeah, Johnny, I'm with you there. Also, the for SQLBits, if you do register with GIAC 10, one thing we're doing is so Patrick and I don't get any money from it, but they're taking 10% of the registration fee and they're giving that to charity. So that's
nice.
We're figuring out what charity to give it. It's probably going to be something to do with children somewhere, help the kids out. But that code will be used to provide for charity. So I love that. Discount in Vegas should not be in the same sentence. Not 100% discount.
I'm looking forward to this Vegas because I think Crystal's making all of our arrangements. Chatmaster
She
C
is.
Not Adam and I.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to go to some
Chatmaster
nice
C will be in
places.
Vegas. She won't be at
I don't think we're
SQLBits.
just gonna. I don't think we're just gonna sit and stay in the MGM. I think Crystal Chatmaster is gonna take us outside of the MGM this year. So I'm excited about this. I'm excited.
Patrick likes to stay. Anyway.
I do.
So Johnny, it's funny when I was talking to the folks at SQLBits, they're like, well, like, what are your thoughts on like maybe a charity? I'm like, well, there's kind of like two types of charities I really go for. So like anything to do with kids and then dogs. And they were like, yeah, maybe let's go with the kids. And I'm like, okay, that's fair. So,
Excuse me.
All right. Rule. Actually, let's go see who's new. We kind of missed on that. Let's see here. I got to go up. Where is it? Ooh. How am I going to pronounce that name? Gianluca is new. Hope I got that right. G is new. Let's see. Any others? That's two. Chris Turner is new. Welcome, Chris. I think that is it. We got three. We got three new. Oh, and Lulu Tay is new. Amazing.
Yeah.
Patrick, bring your headphone volume down, please.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So thank you, folks, for being new and joining us. We appreciate you being here. So hopefully you get value out of it and come back next week too.
Remember, I was saying my volume was low.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear. I had my Go XLR app wasn't on.
Oh my gosh. Anyway. All right. Rules for the questions. We've got rules here. So first off, please put Q: in front of the question. Chatmaster C is standing by to get your question queued up. It has to have Q: in front of it. Otherwise, you're just chatting away, and that's cool too. But you got to have a Q: in front of it. Also, we don't want you to spam the chat. One time is all you need. It gets in the queue. Whether we get to it or not is another question in and of itself. But we try to get through as many as we can. If we don't get to it, come back next time and we'll try again. If oh my gosh.
That's right, Matthew.
Yeah.
That's right, Matthew.
Oh my gosh, Matthew distracted me from I was on a roll. Also, members, please hold your questions until the second half. Chatmaster C will let you know when it is there. Sorry for the spamming. Matthew threw me off of my game there. If you do spam the chat, Chatmaster C or one of our other moderators, except for Patrick, will end up putting you in a timeout. So don't do that. One time's all you need. And there was something else I was going to say.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. All right. Anyway. All right. Yeah. So are you ready, Patrick?
Let's rock and roll.
Let's get into the questions. All right. Data is king. First question. So this I will say this threw us off a little bit at first. So what's the best way to create a template in Power BI to avoid creating the same measure in every Power BI report? Patrick and I immediately went to the same thing, and then she followed up, Data is king followed up with a follow-up saying like, no, like each one's got like a different model. And so we're like, well, wait, then our thing doesn't work with that. So Patrick, what are your thoughts?
So, but if you're going to create multiple reports against each model, right? So hopefully it's not a one-to-one relationship for a model and a report. And if it is, and you're sharing some of the same things, you may want to look at consolidating some of those data sets into a single model, if possible. If not, what I did is I created a Power BI report. I live connected to the data set. I saved it as a template file. Nobody talks about template files anymore. I saved it as a template file, and then I put it on a OneDrive. And I gave Adam opened it, and he was like, hey, I don't have access to it. Yeah, PBIT, Toma. Yeah, PBIT. And then all I had to do was go into the data set and give Adam build permissions, because the first time he tried to open it, it said can't do it. But then I gave him build permissions.
Actually, the error message, what it said was womp womp, and I was sad.
And so I did that, and he was able to open it with the data set already connected. Now, what's interesting, though, you can add like
French toast.
That was the error message right there.
Yeah, you can save images and templates. You can create report pages already in that template file. So if somebody if you want to have a standard for reporting or something like that, you can, when they open up the template file, you'll see it.
Okay.
Yeah, that worked for us. So.
Well,
and be sure to certify that data set, right? Be sure to certify that.
So
data set
that works if you're going to
the
the same model, though, right?
Yes, absolutely.
However,
Yeah. So there's other things.
Data is king is talking about like there's different models, but we want consistency.
Well, you have to have one for each. You have to have one for each model. You got to have a PBIT for each model if you want, that type of consistency.
Well, and
So,
the
anyway.
thing I saw too was like a lot of people are asking like why do we have so many models? And there were some follow-ups in the chat just talking about tabular editor and using that to script, because the question was like I want these measures in every model. It's like, well, if there's commonality there, then like can we just have a single model, or like what? Maybe use something like row level security to control access to certain parts of the data. So there's a lot of options there. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, all right. Good times. All right. That's what I was going to say. Alex, thank you so much for the super chat. So coming in and saying, contributing to a good weekend for Patrick, thirsty box, and some playoffs.
30 box.
Sorry,
30
time.
box.
Yeah. A what?
It's a 30 box. You got to know.
All right.
A beer.
Sorry.
Beer.
Okay.
Beer. It's a beer thing.
Why'd you just say that? So sorry timing didn't work out to cross paths yesterday, but enjoy your weekend and congrats on the shoe drop. All right. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Alex.
Also, if we end up not getting your question, even in the other side, super chats always take priority and bump the queue. So oh my gosh.
Alex. Monday. We will talk Monday. Monday.
Thirsty box. Sorry.
30 box, man. It's a 30 box.
I'm like a thirsty box. I'm like,
with my beer, the biggest box I can get is a 24, and it's on sale for $19.99. Thank you so much, Alex. I'm gonna go.
in just echoing the wise words of someone I heard before. Stay thirsty, my friend.
That's right.
With your thirsty box. Oh my goodness. All right.
Thirsty box. Roll on.
All right. Question. Can you show how to exclude the first 5 values from a table?
Exclude the first 5 values.
So this is an it depends. This is an it depends.
I like it. I want to see where you're going with this.
Okay. So I'm thinking 2 things.
Like
so first off is so actually, you know what, Patrick? Let's head over to my desktop.
Oh,
Patrick's like,
really
whoa.
Intrigued.
All right, because my first thing, so Patrick's gonna go off on DAX and do all these wonderful things with it, but I'm going Power Query, man. I'm going Power Query. Right, and so Johnny, Johnny, you were going where I was going. That's why I'm like, it depends. Like, where do you need to do this? So like, you can come into your data and be like, well, I want to remove rows from the top, and I can do remove top rows and say 5. That'll do it in your data.
But it's permanently removed now.
That's true. They didn't specify.
Okay.
So this works.
Okay.
So this works, right? Right? You like it? I like it. All right.
No.
However,
However,
I'm assuming that they probably meant like in a measure or something. So yeah, doing like a top end or whatnot. So you want to show that, Patrick?
I don't. But absolutely, I would do this. No, I don't, because I don't have DAX written up. But I would say do this with DAX, because you're gonna have to figure out, is it just the first 5 rows in the table? Is there some sorting or ordering going on? Is this based on some value in the table that you're gonna try to remove those top 5 from? This is a little more complicated than just the top 5.
It's like Kerberos. It just works.
It does not. It does not just work. It does not just work. So we got to figure out what's the top 5 rows you want to remove, and then you can use DAX like a rank. I think you can use it 4, 5, 7. Just hit rank.
You can
use
also
a rank and just say, go ahead.
Yeah, rank is good. A lot of other people are saying rank, I'll also. Well, no, that wouldn't work. I'm just trying to think of something. No, never mind. I had a thought, but that's not going to work. That's not going to work.
Oh, Thomas, you saw that in my video. DAX start at. You could use DAX start at. You could.
Oh.
You could.
Nice.
But it just depends on so many things, and we need a little more information, because I could literally go and create a table in Power BI, choose those values, and just select exclude.
Yeah.
Just select exclude, and it'll remove those from a table. I don't know where we're trying to remove these from. Matthew made a point earlier about doing it upstream. Do you not need those rows? Because if I don't need those rows,
well, and that's where the
I just
Power
won't pull
Query
them
and or
into
do
my-
a view on the database or whatever.
Yeah.
Or just remove them as part of your ETL. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So many
stuff
options.
you need to
And
look at.
that's why it was
so
it
many
depends.
options. Yeah.
Depends on what your
I like
goals
it.
are.
I like it.
Depends on what your goals are.
I like it.
So I didn't see any follow-up in the chat. Oh, there it is. So rank works with including first 5 rows, but not excluding them.
Yeah. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Because you can do like an intersect. You can do, when you add the rank, you can say, give me everything that's greater than 5. Okay, let me write it down. Adam.
Yeah. So there's options. There's options there. There are options.
Okay. Who is this? I'll look into it.
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be a video.
Juha?
Yeah.
Just say Juha. Or?
It's just accept. All right, you can see where it does not intersect.
Write it on the
so
box.
Many ways.
Write
filters.
it on the box.
Yeah. There's so many ways we can think about this, Juha.
Yep. So, all right. Cool. Let's go to the next one. So Chris Turner, who's
I'm trying
new.
not to get.
Thomas said that should not be on the board. Wow. All right.
Oh, I already did a video. Somebody said I already did a video on this.
Well,
I think I did the top
I don't recall.
5.
Yeah,
I didn't do
exclusion
the
of top
bottom.
5.
But you just do the inverse. You would just do the inverse though. Okay, I'm intrigued. Let's go on because I don't want to get lost in this.
All right.
Let's
All
go.
right. Chris Turner, who's new, has a question. Where can I get info about licensing levels? Licensing
I don't
levels.
know.
Well, so I did a video on licensing. I talk about it also in the what is Fabric all about. You can also go to the docs. Let's see.
Johnny. Wait, Adam. It depends. This depends
it depends.
on what licensing you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. What licensing do you want to know about, Chris?
Right? It depends.
Can't even find licensing. Where are the docs? I don't know.
Adam already put
So
that.
yeah. Wait, what? What did I do?
Alex already put a link to your video
Excellent.
in the chat.
All right, cool. I wasn't looking for that, but yeah. So there are.
I thought you were trying to beat Alex.
No, there was a whole thing on licensing and whatnot. Anyway, check out the video, and then the documentation does have licensing as well. There's a variety of things there depending on what you're trying to accomplish, whether it just be for Power BI or you want to take advantage of the other Fabric items, and then yeah. So there's lots of things. Capacity, if you really want to get into the Fabric items, it's all about capacity. Start with the trial, and then you can do either the FSKU on the Azure side or you can do the PSKU on the Microsoft 365 side. But I definitely recommend looking at the Fabric SKUs on the Azure side. So from a longer term perspective, I think that's going to be the way to go. So, and Robin coming in with 10 gift memberships. Bananas. Thank you so much, Robin.
Oh, thank you so much.
Ooh, Samdeep is a member. Honey, Jan, Toy, David, Samuel, Alexandra, Kevin, and Joe. New members. Thanks to Robin. Thank you so much, Robin. I love it. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for the field parameters. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. That video was a little controversial. If you read through the comments, so.
Wait, what? Oh, the field parameter one? Oh, that's funny. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, one with direct lake. Let's not talk about that one. Let's just move on past that one.
I told him when he was doing it, I'm like,
Hey,
So.
thanks to Daniel. Thanks, Daniel.
yeah. But, yeah.
Wait.
Awesome.
What does it say? Who? Sandeep. Sandeep became an MVP. Congratulations.
Oh,
Sandeep.
yeah. Yeah.
Congratulations.
That is a great accomplishment, man. I know you've been busy in the community too. So, all right, moving the train along. Let's do Akil. I noticed that in Power BI Direct Lake mode, search in slicers and filters are case sensitive compared to import model. Ooh. Is this expected? So I want to say part of this is, I think it's the underlying data, because I think on the Lakehouse side, I want to say it's case sensitive.
It is.
Yeah,
It
and I
is.
think
It
that's
is.
part of what's going on there. I think that's what's going on,
Yeah,
and that's why you're seeing
That's
it.
right, Johnny. I think it's a Spark thing.
Yeah, it's a Spark
I haven't tried it though. I have to test that.
Well, so and it'd be interesting, like if you're doing Direct Lake. Yeah, that's got to be the reason why you're seeing that. I don't know if that's going to change. I do know that there were comments in general on those types of things. Yeah, Adam B saying correlation doing its thing. I think it's specific to it's the Spark side of it when and working against from a Direct Lake perspective that's causing that. So,
Yeah.
yep.
Yep.
All right. What is? Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. Bari. I think that's how you pronounce it. What is the one lake storage I will get with an F2 capacity, fabric capacity? It's whatever you pay for. Right? Like it's whatever you use, and there's costs associated with that. So.
I think people should go to that Azure pricing page that you and I were looking at for Microsoft Fabric.
Yeah, and it gives what the pricing is for one lake storage. So my understanding is there is no like amount of storage that comes from a one lake perspective. So you still get like on the premium side, you got the 100 terabytes for like the data set stuff or semantic models, and so like those types of things are still there. But in terms of anything in one lake, like you're gonna have to pay for that storage. So, yep.
Yeah, as soon as you start building lake houses and persisting stuff to one lake,
and you can see you can see the in the capacity metrics app, you can actually see like how much storage you're actually taking on that given capacity.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like this stream. These are good questions.
Are they?
Yeah, I like it.
All right. Fariz, how would you explain in simple way what is model size limit in Fabrics and Power BI? I don't get it why Microsoft gives very little something. So got the $1? There you go. All right, go for it.
It depends, right? It depends on so many things, but if you're using a premium, if you're creating a model and you're importing the data into the model, the same rules still apply with premium. So if you're using the P1 and you're importing the data, it's still 25 gigs. P2, 50 gigs, P3, 100 gigs, and on and so forth. Now, when it comes to Direct Lake, those limits still apply. Right, those limits still apply, but Direct Lake behaves a little differently. And Phil Seamark and I in Vegas and in London, and we're going to do a session on Direct Lake that talks about how it works. But basically, you're paging the data in and out of memory, and so while your underlying lakehouse or warehouse may be a petabyte, you have your semantic model has access to that entire petabyte, and if you don't pull too much of it into the model, I mean, you probably can work with it, but you still have those upper bound limits on the semantic size, on your semantic model size. So, I mean, it's 25, 50, 100, just depends on your capacity.
Yeah. So you can do a lot if you're.
I don't know.
If you follow best practices and keep it simple. I've seen models, very large models with like billions of rows. Billions. I've also seen models where they are very large and they have less than 1 million rows. So, it depends.
Yeah. And there's things you can do to kind of manipulate, I'm not saying get around that model size, but you can get a lot of data. You can push the limits, but you got to think that memory, the other operations in Power BI are dependent on some other operations in Power BI are dependent upon that memory also. So you got to be careful. And you can look at model sizes in the capacity metrics app, right? Is that a true set? Yeah. You can look at model size in the capacity metrics app.
So yes. However, I was on a call the other day and they didn't even know. They're like, "Where did that go? Like, I used to be able to see model size, and it's not." No. Hang on. Let's go over to my machine.
It's a tab, right? It's a button. It's a button on it, right?
It's not a button. There's a drop down. Where do I
see?
have? Where is it? Hang on. Let's go. Hang on. I'll show it. I'm gonna show it. All right, so there's this drop down here where you can actually select whether or not you want to choose it. It's unchecked by default in the new metrics app, so make sure that you've included that if you have it, and then you'll see. Well, no, don't do that. So then you'll see like item size on those items. So, yeah. Yep, and then.
So in a simple way, you just stick to the same model sizes that were in P1s for your semantic model. 25, 50. It just doubles with each one. So in Fabric, it would be an F64. That's equivalent to a P1. And so you just keep going up. 25 double, 50 double, 100 double. I mean, just keep doubling.
Yeah.
That's the simplest way I would explain it to people. I just saw you say in a simple way.
What? Oh, in a
The
simple
question,
way.
how would you explain in a simple way? And I went way, right?
So,
way down there.
so I'm going to show that, Johnny, you didn't say anything, but I'm going to show it. I just want to, if you remember, there was a thing last week, and so Johnny went and did something, and he got a shirt.
Oh, wow. That's nice. That's nice. It's got the nice color on it, too. I got some sneakers that'll match that. Yeah.
So, anyway,
Yeah.
thanks for sending that, Johnny.
That's cool. That's cool, Johnny. That's cool.
So- All right. Moving on. Where are we at? Oh, got 1 minute. All right. Let's get one more. Let's see. Gianluca, who's also new. How do you leverage warehouse data masking in a cross workspace scenario? Ooh, is it possible?
I don't think you can go
Not cross
workspaces.
I don't think you can do that with the data masking. Yeah. So you can do data masking. Well, can you do that on the Lakehouse?
Yes. I think you do on the warehouse.
Because I know you can do on warehouse, but on
Maybe I should do a
Lakehouse,
video on setting up data masking in warehouse.
You should.
Let's write it down. Let's write it
So
down.
so I know we can do that in warehouse. I'm not sure on the. So data masking means like you can hide, like, so say you had like a social security number or some ID that you didn't want, or driver's license number, and you didn't want it to actually be displayed for certain users. Or like a good example is like for HR, like if you have like stuff on employees and like their salary is there, you can mask that for certain people. Whereas it's shown for people that have rights to see that data. So yeah, it's all about governance.
Dynamic data masking. All right.
Yeah. All right. Chatmaster C said she's clearing the queue. Who am I to protest?
Everybody's gonna watch this video. Everybody's gonna watch this video.
Yeah, we have to talk about. So row level security. Yeah. So Matthias, row level security. You can do column level security, and then you can also do data masking. So those are kind of the three different approaches you can take on that front. Which I did a video on the row level security and the column stuff. I mentioned data masking, but I didn't show it from a warehouse perspective. So, and those items are available for the TDS endpoint, which applies to Lakehouse and warehouse. So the data masking may work. I know the RLS and the column level stuff work on both. So
everybody's gonna watch this video. Everybody's gonna watch this video.
No one's gonna watch it. No one's gonna watch it.
Everybody's gonna. So. Go ahead, switch over. But I'm going to talk while you're switching over.
Okay. Well, I gotta
came to
preface
Adam.
it though first before I do it.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
And then I'll say this.
So we're cutting over to member-only chat, which means members and moderators will be able to participate in the chat. Everyone else will still be able to watch the stream, gather and soak in the knowledge, but not participate in the chat. There were still questions in the queue. Again, apologies, we didn't get through all of them. Come back next time. We'll try it again. And/or if you got a burning question and you want it answered, super chat always takes priority, even in the member-only chat side. And so let's go ahead and kick over to that. There we go. We are in member-only side. Go ahead.
So this week I called Adam for the 100,000th time this week. In a single week, I called him. That would be the 100,000th time I called him. And I was like, hey, I got a great video idea. And I was like, what if I show how to set up your event stream and then actually walk through the process of connecting it and data activator? And that's the look he gave me right there. That's the look. He was like, don't do it. Nobody's going to watch it. I think one person will watch that video.
And then yesterday, Patrick says, you know what? I realized, like, if I'm going to do this, if I'm going to spend time on this video, why don't I actually spend time on the videos I said I was already going to do?
Okay. And we move on.
All right. So one of the benefits of being a member at the visitor or producer tier is pre-submitting your questions. We don't have any for this week, but if you are at the visitor or producer tier and you got a question, wants to dig into it a little bit more, send us like a sample file or something we can mess with. Go ahead and send that in. And you can go to, if you go to, I think it's the members tab on the channel. There's instructions there, either the members tab, or if you go to community and filter by members, you can see instructions for how to pre-submit that question. So, all right, Adam has a question. I like the name. For those who want to save more than $100 at Vegas, are there volunteer badges? I don't know. I mean, there's community options, but in terms of like if you're an MVP or whatnot, I think you've been communicated with. At least I hope you've been communicated with. There are opportunities with inside the conference, but for just general participants, I don't know that they're soliciting stuff like that. So it's typically going to come from either the Microsoft folks or typically we engage MVPs to help with some of those things. So there's not. I don't have anything for you beyond the $100 off. So sorry. Good question though. Still hope to see you there. All right. Hey's got a question. What are some easy and secure ways to transport a report from one server to another? I can't download from the service. It's encrypting PBIT with kind of got let me see if there's anything else in the chat on that. Hang on. I'm not going to see the rest of it. It's going to get cut off. So I'm curious on the scenario. Like, I don't understand. So like the Power BI template file, like it should just, like, how do you transfer files normally from one machine to another? Like, I don't know. Like, if you're saying it's encrypting PBIT, I don't know what would be doing that. It's not Power BI. So what else? What's in that process? There's something environmental that's there that's causing some of whatever problem that you're having. And I don't know how you would normally do that. And like if it's a air gap type system, or I don't know. There's different approaches. You could sneaker net it. You know,
I like what Matthew just said. What does server mean? What is that? What does server mean?
Well,
are they talking about workspace or capacity?
Well, so the reason I'm going with a physical server is because he mentioned PBIT file. So it's an actual file. Like, how do I copy this file?
Okay. All right.
But also, I can't download from the service. So yeah, like I need more info. I agree. We need more info on what the scenario is there. If you can put it in the chat, that would be great.
It says a virtual
machine. Yeah, but what is the, like, is this for authoring? Is it Power BI report server? Is it like what exactly? Like I'm missing some details there on what
you
it
put
would
details.
Yeah. So, and then like between virtual machines, though, I mean, like I just do file share. Sometimes like if you do RDP, you can map your local drive and then just copy things in. But it depends on it depends on like what what your connectivity is to that and what like your administrators are restricting on it. Git repos are a great way to do it too. You can do that.
Azure storage,
Azure Blob Storage.
OneDrive,
I love that, Thomas.
SharePoint.
Like I said, you could sneaker net it and just grab a USB flash drive and go from one. I mean, it's a virtual machine, so I don't know how you would do that. But back in the days of the physical boxes, we used to fax the thing over and move it over to the server. Anyway. Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of options. I need more info on the scenario. So lots of options.
Yeah.
But like the whole thing of it's encrypting PBIT, something I don't know what's doing that. Walking uphill both ways. There you go. Oh my goodness. Matthew.
I know, Matthew. This is what I deal with, Matthew.
Oh, no, I had a great thing with Patrick yesterday because he was like, we were talking about like building demos and and stuff. And he's just like, what would I do? And I'm just like, well, I went into this whole Bob Ross thing, and just like Patrick's got like when Patrick does demos, it's like a blank canvas, and then he's just gonna look at it a little bit, envision it, and dream about what it is, and then just paint some happy little trees. Happy
All
little
you need
trees.
is the afro now.
Happy little accidents. That's it.
Let's move on. Coming to a stage near you.
Dude, wow. All right.
What did he say?
Oh my gosh. Gaston.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my
Gaston, good to see you. Thank you for the super sticker. Very much appreciated, buddy. Yeah. All right, Daryl. Patrick, we have questions to answer. Yeah, I know. Daryl said, when will fabric per user arrive? Daryl, I don't know. I've not heard of such thing, but you never know. In fact, if that is something you really care about, go to ideas.fabric.microsoft.com and vote that up if that is something. Why did ideas not work? All right, anyway, I got to fix that.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Matthew and Crystal are going in on you, man.
Oh my gosh. Hey, you think I drive 30 years older than I am? You should drive with Patrick.
Matthew rode with me before.
Whoa.
Matthew rode.
Thank you, Alex.
Alex rode with me before too. Alex.
Oh my goodness. Although I rode with Patrick and thought we were gonna die, and he's like, "Chill, man. They got a stop sign." I'm like, he just started going. I'm like, "Dude, wait, there's a car coming," and he's just ignoring me. And he's like, "They got a stop sign." Grandpa Patrick
is going in on us today.
No, Matthew. It's not Grandpa Patrick. We just call him Papa Patrick, like Papa Patrick.
Patrick.
Yeah, or Papa P. Call him Papa P. There we go. That's his new name. If you go to Fabric February, if you go to SQL Bits, if you go to Fabric Conference, walk up to Patrick and say, "What's up, Papa P?"
Papa P.
Papa P. All right. Anyway. All right. SQL Gene coming in. Last week he had the hot dog question. What's your favorite board game? Patrick, what's your favorite board game? Do you have a favorite? Do you play board games?
I haven't played board games in so long.
I'm also going to say Monopoly is not an answer. It's got to be a real board game.
Then life.
No. I don't know.
I don't play board games. I don't play
So,
board games.
I have to lower my standards to play with the family because they don't like to play the board games I like to play.
Oh my god!
This was actually a discussion earlier. We played Ticket to Ride the other night. It's a good family game. So I remember. So I had.
Dude, John.
I had a Crystal. I'm just saying. Like she said, I don't like playing with you because you like strategize, and I'm like, yeah. Like that's what I do. There was a game I loved. It was called Eclipse. It took about an hour and a half to set up, about another 6 hours to play.
Oh my god, you're a cheater. You're a cheater.
I'm not a cheater. Anyway, all right. So Eclipse is good. I like Dominion. That's a card game, not necessarily a board game. I love Dominion. That's a good game. I'm trying to think of others.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
5 more memberships.
All right. Yeah. Mark, thank you for the gifting 5 memberships. Very much appreciated. Thank you. Who we got? EWA. We got new. Darren's new. Gabrielle's new. Angela's new. And Taylor's new. Welcome. Yes. Oh, yeah. We played this throw burrito where this thing and then you got to throw that's like I don't know. You throw it. And Crystal called it. She's like, look, we're going to throw this thing. It's going to end up on the floor, and Bernie, our Burmese mountain dog, like she's going to grab it, run out the dog door with it. And sure enough, she did. And Crystal had to go chase Bernie and go get it. And it was the whole thing. All right.
So John said, Patrick knows a lot about run flat tires. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
The run flat tire?
Yeah.
Coming from Wales?
Yes. Yes. Oh,
Yes, John.
wait.
Keep moving. Let's go.
Where's
Let's go.
Where's
John?
I don't see John.
It's way back. John
Oh, it's
Kirsty,
way back.
It's way back.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
just Patrick sitting in the back seat going, he's like hunching over like this, and he's like, let's roll. Let's roll. That guy said, well, I mean, I can't tell you that it's going to go flat. And Patrick's like, let's roll. He ain't saying no.
That's why they'll run flat. That's why they'll run flat. Did we make it? Did we make it? Did we make it?
We did make it. And we got out, and John was like, yeah, that was flat. Like, I don't know that. Anyway,
It's
all right.
run flat.
So many stories. All right, Paul. Paul's got a question here. Is there an API to assign users and groups to roles? So there's two things here. One is the roles of the workspace, and then there's RLS roles. So which roles are you interested in? For RLS roles, you can do that type of assignment with inside of just from the XMLA endpoint. So you can do that with Tabular Editor.
So there's you can't do that with an API, huh?
What?
Add
Oh,
someone
he already
to a
clarified
role.
RLS roles. So you should be able to do that from a TDS endpoint, or not TDS, XMLA endpoint, right? So we should be able to assign those.
Yeah, but there's no API to do it.
Well, XMLA endpoint is an API.
No. That's not what I'm asking, right? So I have to connect. I have to connect to the XMLA endpoint, right?
Which is an API.
Okay. I know. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and yeah, and
Oh,
so Alex brings up a good point too. Like if you even in the service, like for the RLS roles, when you assign it in the service, if you assign the security group, then just go assign people to that security group. That's a much easier way to do it. And there's a the setting up scripting for that is I think a lot more common. So that's a great way to do it. Yes, Matthew. Yes, Matthew.
It's got me thinking. It's got me thinking over here.
Yeah. All right. Toma. Users recently are prompted to a page to create free Microsoft Fabric account, which if they do using their own personal email, it causes something. Why is that? Oh, this got shortened. I know why this is getting cut off. I need to update that. So it's causing a problem with, let's see, let me scroll up in the chat here for a second, see if I can find the whole thing. What was the whole, okay, here it is. Which if they do using their own personal email, it causes clashes with org provided domain. I don't see an option to turn. So hang on a second. If they're using a personal email like gmail.com, how does that clash with their organization's domain? I don't understand that. You don't see an option to turn it off. So yeah, like it's like if you're using, well, so first off, you shouldn't be able to use a personal email to sign up for a Fabric account. That's not, can't do that. So I need more info on that, Toma. I'm not exactly sure what you're seeing or what the scenario is, because yeah, signing up for like Gmail, like that's not gonna work. So Alex is saying they started popping up recently. Yeah, definitely open up a support ticket. All right, Mahir's already aware of it. That's good. Say how to disable trials. Well, so, but Matthew, this is beyond the, like, we didn't even get to the trials, right? So this is, we're just trying to sign in to fabric.microsoft.com. Personal MS trial account. I don't know what that means, Daryl. What is a personal MS trial account? So again,
are they talking
like
about that on Microsoft, or that on mic when you go and set it up?
Yeah,
and
but
get the on Microsoft.
Well, and that's fine, but that's not going to conflict with your organization's tenant, right? Those are two different things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like that's
yeah,
why I'm saying
yeah,
so what I'm latching on is the where it's saying it's like causing a conflict of some kind with the organization's tenant,
Yeah.
and I'm like, how would that do that? I don't know. I don't know how it would do that. So Scott said, I wonder if the personal account was added to a guest to their corporate tenant. Yeah, but that wouldn't be part of the flow for signing up for. Maybe I'd have to try that. Let me give that a try. I'll explore that a little bit. Mark, Okay. All right, Thomas, stay tuned. I'll see if I can find more info, but it sounds like the team's aware of it, and oh my goodness, you can use any email to sign up for a Fabric trial. So specifically, so it's okay. I see what you're saying. I will try this with my Gmail account and see like what happens, and or my live.com account. I hadn't tried that. I wouldn't think it would let you do that though. So all right, stay tuned. I may do a video. All right. User 457. Same question as before. When will Fabric PPU arrive? Unknown. Go to ideas.fabric.microsoft.com and let your voice be heard. Honey. How to get max concurrent users in a Power BI report can support. So that's an it depends.
Wow, that's a huge it depends. That is a ginormous.
So first off, I need clarification on what you mean. Are you saying like, hey, how do I get this to perform for my max concurrent users? Or are you asking, how do you simulate max concurrent users? And I would rephrase this a little bit from a report perspective too, because everyone's always about, I want 1,000 users hitting this report. I'm like, what does that mean? Like, are there actually 1,000 people at the same exact time hitting it? Or are we talking about the number of like clicks and stuff? Because the thing we have to think about when you go to hit a report, there's this concept of think time related to that interaction. And so you don't hit the report and constantly like pounding it unless you're like, just wanting to click everywhere and be Patrick. I don't know. So typically with think time, it's like the report comes up, you review it, and then you click again to slice and dice or go to something else. And then that would cause other items to go hit the back end. And so if you have 1,000 people using it, what is actually that concurrency based on think time though? And it's probably not, if you had 1,000 users, it's probably not 1,000. So those are things that you can do. But if you wanted to simulate it, then what you can do is there are tools out there to actually like simulate workloads. So like there's Visual Studio Web Tests. There's I'm blanking on the names of the ones that we've. What were some of the other ones we've talked about?
Load Runner.
Load Runner. Yeah, that's a big one.
Load Runner.
And there was I want to say, I keep wanting to say JScript, but it's not JScript. There was something else.
It's not. I know which one you're talking about. I can't think about it.
I don't remember the name of it.
So if you're just trying to figure out what your report can support, there's things you got to think about. Are you importing this into Power BI? Are you going direct query? Because it's not just Power BI at this point if you're going direct query. Because how much load can that back end server handle? There's so many, it depends. There's so many layers to this thing. You really got to test it and do a load test on your report to simulate what you think the max number of users are. And every time someone says 1,000, everybody, somebody told me they were going to have 100,000 people using this report. I'm like, at the same time, everybody's going to, every 100.
They're all going to click exactly at the same time. No.
Yeah.
Nope.
So the first thing you got to do for me is go back up and try to come up with a realistic number of concurrent users, because maybe add a little buffer on it, on each side. But
and so that's where so really it comes down to like how many queries are hitting your semantic model, right? And like how does that, and then how long do those, because it's about input and output, right? So like if we're hitting it with 100 queries and each query takes 5 seconds to respond, that's a bad experience. If you hit it with the same 100 queries and they all are sub-second, now you can get more people hitting the system.
Yeah.
Now the other thing is, how do you reduce the number of queries hitting it, right? And so there are concepts that you can do. First off, optimize your model and make it perform better.
Look, that's what user 457 just said. Optimize.
Optimize the model. But then there's also other things you can do from a report perspective to do what I call what is it? What's the term? I want to say I keep wanting to say deflection, but that's not it. It's deferment.
Defer.
Yeah, deferment. And so, like, do you have to have all those visuals on the first page? Maybe there's a certain core visuals that everyone wants to hit first. Just have those on the first page, and then maybe a drill through or something else. So you're waiting, like they don't all hit at the same time, right? Or you have some instruction page, and then they've got to go do something, right? So there's lots of tricks you can do there to reduce the number of concurrent queries being sent, which will then allow better throughput on usage. So those
You
are
gotta
things
think about
to
it. You gotta think about it. And then Toma made a good point. If you're using analyzing Excel, that's a whole other ball of
other thing.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing you need to think about. Okay. Yep, let's go.
All right. Let's see how. Adam
That's a
B,
good question.
thank you for becoming a member. Very much appreciated. Hang on. He said, Adam said, he said it also say it depends on if they are looking at the same data or the queries
Yes.
they'll run will be
Yeah.
unique. Yeah. Because caching comes into play too, right? So,
Yeah, good
absolutely.
point. Good
That was a
point.
great
Good point.
Great point.
Good point. Good point, Adam.
All right, Gaston. The pie chart. Did you notice a big difference on refresh times between notebooks versus Dataflows Gen 2 versus Gen 1? Same source, same transformation. Did I notice? I mean,
I haven't
What-
tested.
it depends what you're doing in those items too, right? I mean, if I'm doing a simple operation versus a heavy operation, obviously those will be different times. But yeah, I mean, there are differences in terms of what's running on the back end, and I know the teams are looking at like how do we optimize those things, and I'm confident things will improve over time and feedback and just general data operations.
So-
But yeah.
I would say this, and Alex is on. If you're using notebooks or Dataflows Gen 2, probably going to be faster than Gen 1. Yeah, maybe. Gen 1 Dataflows.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah. Roll on, Adam. Roll
Okay.
on, my friend.
Which
Roll
one
on.
is faster? It depends. So you should verify based on the data that you're looking at to see
We
which
already
one
said
is
it.
faster
We already
for
said
you.
it depends.
Yeah,
We
it
already said
depends.
it depends.
It depends. All right. I know, Gaston, you're wanting some info there, and I'm like, that's where
He'll
I'm gonna
track
go
us
with it.
down. He'll track us down. He'll track us down. Gaston knows how to find us. He'll track us down.
Yeah, so Honey replied it back to you. It was like, well, how do I get the Max Concurrent Users my report can support? So you got to do a load test. There's no way we can do it. We get that
whole
question all the time. Yeah, going back to what we said,
Honey-
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, honey, it was that whole conversation. It was
Yeah.
that whole conversation. You got to consider all those things. Then you got to do a load test.
So we get this question a lot from customers, though, like enterprise customers and others, like, well, how much capacity do I need to support my users? And I'm like, I have no idea. Like, what are you putting into the capacity? What's on the report? How many? Like, what does the data model look like? You've got to load test that. Like, I don't know, because even the structure of your
Yeah.
data is going to be different and I have no idea what that is. And so that's why the load test is the only way you're going to be able to answer that question. If
Yeah.
anyone else gives you
Yeah.
a number, they're completely guessing. So, and you can get some educated guesses about like, well, maybe we can get to this in safety, but like do the load test. Do the load test.
But then you also have to think about what else, if you're using premium capacity, what else is on that
Yeah.
capacity, on
Yeah,
that
do you have
capacity,
noisy neighbors
know?
playing in that?
Yeah, because that
Playground, too.
That could affect performance. I see people do a load test in development where there's not much stuff going on, and then when they go to production, they're like, "Hey, I don't get the same, response time." It's because you got a lot of stuff going on in production that's not going on in development. So there's so many things. There's so many levels to this.
Yeah.
Honey. She
All
says Honey says the first page always. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead,
What
go
were
ahead,
you
go ahead.
saying?
Sorry.
What'd she say?
The first page always takes more time than the other. Well, I
Well,
mean,
if your
it's
model
the
was
first time
evicted,
opening it,
yeah.
yeah.
Was the model evicted?
you
Is
got
it like a cold start versus a warm start? So is it for every user you see that, or just the first user in the morning sees that? If it's just the first first user in the morning, it's probably because the model was evicted and it's having to reload that model into memory. So you get that first cold hit and then it's in memory. So that part it depends too. All right. So Alex commented on the other discussion about data flows versus notebooks. So he said, if you get your data into Fabric first, Dataflow Gen 2 has a good shot. If you're trying to do a lot of transformations and copying the raw data all in one, get ready for a lot of troubleshooting. So, all right.
These are good conversations. Then John came back about the other one and was like, and this is very important. I can't believe Adam and I didn't say this. Make sure they're separate environments. Don't do a load test on your. Don't have a workspace, two workspaces, one called development, one called test, and back them by the same capacity. Don't do that. Don't do that.
We'll do it live.
And run the test.
We'll do it live.
No. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
I mean, it's one of those things where if you want to troll people in your company, I mean, go for it. Like, that's a great way to do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Paul's got a question. In tracking enterprise UC, MS Teams, Cisco, I don't know what UC is. Within one SQL database, is it preferred to have multiple data sets or a single data set with... Crap, I gotta fix that.
I love this. It's a good question.
Yeah. So, share your thoughts. I'm looking to see if there was more to it or it's just what we assume it is.
So for me, if it's possible to put it in a single database and you have a way to identify each one of those items, Teams, Cisco, whatever it is you're trying to track, if it's possible and you can manage it that way, absolutely do a single database, right? Instead of trying to build out multiple databases to track the exact same schema. You have the exact same schema across all those, and then you have to combine all that data somehow. If you want to create this unified data set, then you're doing unions and trying to pull all that data together in a single place. Now, obviously, if this is the operational location where you're tracking the data, you can make that part of your ETL process and centralize it into a warehouse or a lakehouse or something like that. But if you can do it in a single database and a single data set, try that approach. Sometimes, data volumes limit that. So maybe if you're using an Azure SQL SKU and you can't, spin up larger SKUs, it's just keep it as simple as possible. Keep it as simple as possible. So if you can do it in a single database and then a single data set, do it. But if there's business rules, if there's true business rules or reasons that you need to separate it out, that's the path I would take. Otherwise, one database, one data set. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you. 100 plus. Woo.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matthew.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, yeah. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Or keep it stupid, simple.
Oh, look at that. Perfect, Patrick. That's right, man. All the data in a single base. Yeah.
Patrick, did you know you're perfect?
I am. I think I just got out of the Matrix.
All right. So there were more questions in the queue, but we are at time. That went by fast. That went by fast. That went by fast. I know.
All right. Okay.
So come back next week.
Keep it simple,
we'll be
Saxton.
There we go. I guess that's probably a better acronym than like keep it sexy, Saxton. I don't know. Whatever.
I'll show you the shoe next week, user 457, the one that I ordered. It's not here yet, so it'll be here Wednesday or Thursday, hopefully. I'll show you
So,
next
just
it'll
a
be right here.
story on the
It'll be
shoe.
right
Story on the shoe. So I went out to Atlanta, was crashing at Patrick's place. I get in there and he's like, I just got a new shoe. And I'm like, what? Like, you didn't even tell me. He's like, no, it's like a Gyne Cube shoe. And I look at it, I'm like, man, that's amazing.
No.
Oh, I said it was Gyne Cube.
I didn't realize.
I'm like, dude, that's Gyne Cube. And he's like, oh, it is. And I'm like, you didn't even tell me about it. So
I haven't worn them. I haven't worn them yet.
It
I haven't worn
may show up in Norway. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't.
But we gotta have our boots with us though too. So anyway.
Yeah, we gotta bring the boots to Norway. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. Next week, user 457.
What's up?
I'll show him next week. I won't show that shoe.
No, you can't show it next week.
I won't show that shoe. No, can't show it.
No.
Can't show it.
No.
Yeah.
But the new one you just bought, maybe.
Yeah, I'll show that one. I don't know.
Guy in a shoe.
It's a Power BI shoe. It's a Power BI shoe that I just bought.
Oh, you bought that. Oh, I know that one.
I didn't.
Oh, it's a different.
I didn't buy that one. It's a new one. You won't wear it. You won't wear it.
Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We'll be here next week. So same bat time, same bat channel. Patrick, any closing words of wisdom?
Yes, I do, Adam. So don't ponder on the past. Don't ponder on the past because today, listen to this though. Today is now, and appreciate everything that you have today, right? And because you can make today greater than yesterday. That's what I say.
I love it. All right, with that,
Yep.
have a great week, everyone.
Feels good to be a little bit blind. I'll admit I'm a little bit wicked. I belong in the grave I'm digging. I live like a villain is. I come alive when I lose control. Everyone lies just to ease their soul. Feels good to be